Okay, and we are live. Welcome everybody to Into the Splinterlands. I've got with me Jackal Bandit from Oz down under.
G'day guys, here representing the Roosters tonight.
And of course, Rogue, my regular host. Welcome.
Morning, guys. Don't have a catchy American thing like our Aussie does.
You need a jingle. You need to come up with a jingle, bro.
Hey
Get
guys,
some jingles going.
Let's go shoot some guns and play baseball.
Sounds exciting.
Don't rub that in.
All right, let's see if we got anybody in the chat.
Good morning.
Nobody is watching just yet. Sadly, it is just us three.
Oh, that's all we need, baby. Just us three. It's a party. Dr. Seuss.
A party indeed. We did have one question from one of our YGG members, which I thought was quite interesting.
That wasn't a real question. I'm not wearing the Patriot stuff till the 4th of July next year.
I was not talking about Last Dragon's question. That one was ignored. So don't worry. I've got your back there. I've got your back there, Rogue. Don't worry.
If that goes to vote, I'm voting it up.
Right.
Go all out for one holiday. Never lets me. Wants it all the time.
Wants it consistently, yes. No, the question actually was from Dragon, one of the brawlers, right? And he was wondering if we've got something in the works in regards to delegation of our DAO assets, in particular around gold foil cards. Mm-hmm. And yeah, what's your take on that, Jackal, Rogue?
Jackal, go ahead first, baby. What you thinking?
Yeah.
You've been here longer.
Yeah, well, what's my thinking? There's definitely nothing in like the pipeline directly for gold foil cards for brawls as such. And who was this that was asking?
It's Dragon, one of the new brawler members.
One of the new brawler members. All right, this is one of the perfect times of how to use this Discord. Get this idea up, get it upvoted to your guild leader, and then he can put this forward to the committees that then YGGSPL has that can make these decisions and get this stuff straw polled up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are one of those things like as we fill out. So like right now for straw proposals, what we're doing with all of our assets at this moment in the game is just the rental market, right? We're doing the passive income to get the DEC, and then we're splitting it up between reinvestment, dry powder, and marketing, right? And so that's the first straw poll and the first use that we have for all of our assets right now, but that's not the end game entirely, right? There's been so many ideas like this on exactly what we're going to do with not only like the untamed assets, but then going into the chaos assets, and as we build from here, like where are we going? Like we've talked about esports committees, we've talked about creating those kind of accounts or delegations that are necessary to either do brawls, but then also big tournaments, and even when we get to land, like what is that going to look like? So it's interesting for us right now because I feel like we're still waiting. I feel like there's things that we're still waiting on, and I could be wrong, but general sentiment, I think, is that we're waiting for land to figure out exactly the position that our portfolio really needs to go in, right? But then we're also
look at the size of this. Look at the size of our portfolio.
That's a huge chunk, right? So it would be
so much is weighing on land.
in my opinion, right now, it would be silly to make decisions with the small chunk of our cards, right? The small part of our portfolio that is cards for a model that doesn't include like 80% of our portfolio, or what is this? 60, at least 67% of our portfolio, 2/3. But then the other big thing is that the actual DAO coin itself, right? The YGGSPL token isn't fully distributed. Like we're still waiting for the general sale for
Sure.
that to happen. So there's still that sub DAO aspect that is still, after the general sale, then we have more of a general idea of what kind of utility or the direction that we're going to go with the YGG SPL token. And these would be one of those use cases for it, right? We have these assets. They're represented by the governance token or by the asset ownership of having the YGG SPL. So maybe we use the YGG SPL token as the metric of being able to have these delegations or able to put in, bids for something, right? It will come up with some kind of use case, but it'll all be paired back to the YGG SPL token.
Just want to give a shout out to those in the crowd. So welcome Dishonesty, welcome Ape, welcome Boomburst.
Ape stayed up just for me, bro. I appreciate you. I didn't. I went to bed. I went to bed just for me.
What is the story of Ape? I've seen Ape pop up on a few Discords here and there now.
Well, Ape has officially joined the Dragons with his alt account. He's Goldfoil alt account, I'll have you know.
Dragons are getting some traction.
It's only a matter of time until his main joins us as well. We'll get him there.
Starts with an alt, but it always ends with the main, baby.
They dip in the toe with the alts and then they get addicted, you see.
Need to get a finger in every pie.
Once they realize how big our pie is, they may want to get in quicker.
Oh my. Boomburst, good morning, baby. I am Jem, good morning.
So, Dishonesty, as a new member of YGG, any questions that you've got for us? Anything that you would like to know about YGGSPL? Anything that's on your mind as a new member?
Yeah. While you guys are thinking about that, I guess this week, announcements-wise within the YGG community, Dishonesty, who is here in the audience, brought, if my understanding is correct, brought his entire guild into the YGG fray. Is that correct? Like Dishonesty's guild went under the YGG, but then also went under the Brawlers flag specifically.
Damn.
Right?
Yeah. So many of the members, well, not many, but some members within IG have joined us. And I want to give a huge welcome to those members. Many joined the Brawlers, but some of them will also be joining us in the Dragons. I don't want to announce just yet who it is and exactly, but you can expect new faces to be appearing or popping up in the servers soon.
I'm excited and nervous.
Yeah, I did see a good influx of players, and so I know Dishonesty, brought a crowd with him. So good ad. And then I think other than that, behind the scenes, we did get the announcement last week during the Into the Splinterlands podcast that our GAP program is going to be delayed from YGG main, and we did not get throughout this whole week, we did not get a reschedule date on that one yet. So we are still delayed. We don't know exactly when the start of GAP season 2 is going to be. Knight was brought on really quickly onto the town hall. Didn't really devolve too much information, but just said our name on the town hall, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, the other thing is that we are in September. We will be starting the internal DEC tournaments.
Oh man, I'm excited for that.
Mhm.
25k DEC per tournament, right? Is
Yep,
that
eight tournaments
and
per
of them
month.
per month?
Four tournaments a season. They're going to be, at this point, it's not official, but I don't see any discussion going in a different direction. I think we're all in agreement. But there's going to be 4 tournaments a season. It'll be bronze, silver, gold, and diamond tournaments. I propose payout structures for top 20. And I haven't seen any challenges from there, so that might be how the first season goes. But yeah, we are looking at 25k DEC internal tournaments, and this is revenue from the rentals.
From our YGG SPL rental
From
DAO.
the DAO.
Exactly.
The DAO is
And this
has got a passive income that is now fueling games.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. And I mean, also, you know, this will be only for YGG members. No outside people will be able to participate in these tournaments or earn off these prize pools, right? So specifically
play
for
with
We
your
have the
badge.
weekend challenge. We have the weekend challenge for those. Those
that's for external. Yeah, those
Yep.
are for external.
but these
Well,
are internal.
The
just for
weekend
us.
challenge is for everybody, absolutely everybody, and that's why it was designed with just one DEC. We want as many people competing into this as possible. Let's keep it down to bronze. We want just this massive thing. And
Mhm.
it is also a good way to get our name out there and be like, hey guys, we've got this sweet achievement program going on as well. Come join our guilds and get playing with us.
Yeah, look, I mean, I've always been a little bit hesitant to go out there and say, hey guys, you can earn like some real big bucks here in YGG, you know, over and above
There's no
playing
such
the
thing as
game.
big bucks in crypto.
Well, okay.
There's no such thing. This is passion.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, what's considered big bucks in Philippines versus what's big bucks in Australia is a very different thing, right?
Very true.
My reasoning behind that is I don't want to draw people that are just here for the money. You know, I want people here who love the game and who want to contribute to our community. You know, that's important for me.
Isn't that the beautiful thing of the GAP program? Is that your time that you're putting into engaging with this community is an achievement system within itself, helping the ecosystem build.
Exactly. Exactly. It rewards people that are putting in the time and the effort. Exactly that. Well designed. Beautiful, beautiful system. And yeah, just to address dishonesty, I did try and snipe Lordo from you, although we do have his alt already, to be fair. You know, he's already in our guild. But yeah, you guys can keep him. We had a little discussion about that. And also Dishonesty said he didn't bring over the entire guild. Yeah, only 7 members, and then a couple of more joined a bit later.
That's still a lot
Good
of people.
morning, Maui. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Max. Goodness gracious. Good morning, good morning.
Maui's joined us. Dave
I wonder how many
here.
people from Australia.
Max Maka is here. I don't in particular. I know Woody is from Australia. I don't see him here just yet.
Yeah, I've been trying to drag Crimpton onto one of these.
And what has he said? Yes or no? Just ignoring you.
Just keeps avoiding it.
Right, dodging. Sounds like a brawler's thing to me.
I love the guild rivalry
that's
beginning to foster, especially in that guild recruitment channel, where there is some banter going back and forth.
That was fun.
Hey, well, from that,
Now it all
I'm
happens
about
on DMs. You guys are.
I'm about to open up the YGG Ravens, the messengers between Asgard and Midgard and all over you drizzle the world tree. It's like, well, we're the messengers that you guys can't do anything without us. I'm screwing with the law. I'm going into the law here.
Nice.
Hashtag pray to win. I like it. Good job, Abe.
Okay. Is that how it works?
So he's going with he says my hashtag is play with your bags. So he's invented pray to win. And then Maui's in for the prayer meeting.
Right. Coming to the prayer meeting.
So final notes on the internal tournaments. Like I said, there's going to be 4 per season. We're going to do a bronze, gold, or bronze, silver, gold, and diamond level tournament. The prize structure is going to be the same for all 4. And one season is going to be modern. The next season is going to be wild. So we're going to rotate between the 2. Hopefully, like we've talked about before, Weirdbeard's talked about some organizations being able to be whitelisted for ghost card tournaments. We are going to be one of those. We would love for our internal structures to be ghost cards, so that way we can evaluate our player base on more skill. Of an esports level, and on a skill level, because we as an entity are essentially going to have the assets to be able to equip the best of the best with all of the weapons needed to dominate in the game, right? And so it's really on us as an organization to identify who the best of the best are, the best way to do that without the filter or the constraint of collection is ghost card tournaments. And so we plan on using our internal tournaments to do those kind of evaluations. And so look forward to that. Hopefully in the future, it would be wonderful.
What's a ghost card? So I keep hearing ghost card. And why is ghost card tournaments so big for just anyone?
Ghost card is perhaps not really the correct term, but we don't really have a term for it. But what it would entail is people getting all of the cards available in a specific set. So for example, if we are playing with Chaos Legion and Modern Reward cards, everybody who enters the tournament would receive a gold level card of Chaos Legion, right? Of all the cards at gold level.
Right.
So not being an owner of the card, but having the card in order to play in the tournament.
Yeah. Dishonesty is asking if we can participate in all of them. Yes, currently we are not going to build something that says you can only participate in some of them. And I know right now that's favoring, the bigger accounts, because, they can do the diamond tournament and perform really well, and they can come all the way down to bronze and have all the assets necessary. Or more specifically, your bronze accounts can just jump into these diamond tournaments at 1 BCX or whatever and just potentially try. And so we'll see how this first month goes. These are metrics that I'm going to be watching, because I know that we could really diminish the competition in the diamond tournament by allowing everybody to do it and not having like a collection cap or anything along those lines, because then bronze decks can just show up, and then we could have 100 people in the diamond tournament and only 10 of them actually have diamond decks. You know what I mean? So then we're potentially, I don't know, you're watering down the competition in the higher tournaments. But I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, we're currently not restricting anybody from doing any of the tournaments. So, and then I think with the DEC payouts, I will actually be looking at potentially renting for these tournaments. I think the payouts are good enough to justify going heavy in rentals for these tournaments. So that's I think that's what I'm gonna do for the first go around, but we'll see.
I like
Yeah.
hearing that as a card owner. My rental income's going to go up, then I'm happy with that.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, while we don't have the ghost cards available, definitely consider renting if you don't have, the deck in order to participate, because the higher you achieve, the better your payouts is going to be, right? And there's only so many members within YGG, so these tournaments are going to be relatively small. They are not going to be the same as the Splinterlands tournaments,
Ooh.
which have a lot more participants, right?
Yep. Max is setting us up pretty good here.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've got a big
I don't
grin on
think
my
we,
face, eh?
I think we've basically covered everything YGGSPL, so I think it is time to get into the Splinterlands, and more specifically, Max is asking, what is your opinion about the new SPS reward proposal?
Wait
It's
a
like
second.
he knows I have an opinion on this.
How do I search for this reward proposal, and how do I vote?
You can
Yeah,
look
go ahead,
in
Jamora.
game. So in game, under the SPS tab, you'll see proposals there, and you'll be able to click on that and open up the actual proposal on Peak D. Before we jump into that, though, I want to address Dishonesty on his question about Gap. So how do these
internal tournaments
how do these
interact with the
internal
GAP
tournaments
program?
interact with the GAP program? Directly at the moment, they will not interact, right? So the DEC to fund these is coming directly from the rental account of the YGGSPL DAO. Okay.
Yeah.
So they are completely outside of our GAP program right now. In future, that may change. I don't know what the future holds, right? But for right now, they don't interact at all.
Yeah, so this was one of the discussions that we had within the committee to try to figure out what changes we were going to make from GAP Season 1 to GAP Season 2, where the esports tournament was concerned, or like that leaderboard that we were using as that metric. And internal tournaments were brought up as a way for us to like better handle the esports leaderboards. But without the ghost card tournaments, it just didn't feel like it was the right time to come off of the SPS tournaments yet. The SPS tournaments are still the best structured tournaments to guarantee a lot of participation and to keep people playing within their leagues, right? That's kind of like the best way that we could do that at this moment. But again, long term, I think if we do get whitelisted for the ghost card tournaments, I think those will represent the esports gap program initiative rather than the SPS tournaments once we get there. So yeah, it's just waiting on that whitelist, and then we'll see what Gap Season 3 looks like.
All right. How do you keep track on our performance in SPS tournaments? No problem, Dishonesty. This is exactly the reason we have this talk show, right? Is for questions like this in our community. So within our Discord, I don't know if you want to bring that up quickly, Jackal. There's a section called tournament entries.
That's in the YGGSPL form submission category.
Okay, and if you go in there under the sticky on the top right, there is a
or is it pinned?
The pin, yeah, the pin, right. Sorry, I say sticky, but I mean pin. You'll be able to click on the form here and fill out your entry. And you've got to do that after every tournament if you achieve one of the positions that give you points.
Yeah, so basically you just copy the link for the tournament you participated in, put in your IGN, and then click on the bubble that says you either Like day 2 is worth 1 point, top 16 is worth 2 points, top 8's worth 4 points, and being on the podium first, second, or third is 10 points. So you're
And
go ahead.
one more thing that was not mentioned is you do need a badge. Specifically as a new member, Dishonesty, I don't think you have a badge yet, a YGG badge. The minting of the badge is free. However, you do need to pay or cover. He says he has a badge. Excellent. All right. Then you're all set for entering those tournaments, right? No issues.
Nobody earns in the GAP program without having a YGG badge. That's essentially what Demore is saying. And so that's everybody. It's not just the esports one. It'll be the brawlers, GAP. It'll be the content creation. Like all of them will fall under this category. So
yeah, that's like the minimum requirement for you to be able to earn within the GAP program is you need to have a badge.
Yep. But yeah, so let's see.
Ape's question, I'm not really sure what that is referring to. This was a structure before Modern got introduced. I thought they kept it, but I guess
I think he's talking about specifically the prize pool or the reward distributions.
Right, so our new topic of discussion. All right, so I think it's time for us to jump into that. Rogue, I'll put you center stage. You have a very big opinion on this one, so let's hear it.
Yeah, so I've been in discussion with a good amount of groups, I think, on this one. And my general sentiment is that this proposal is lazy. I understand the sentiment that what they wanted. So like the general proposal is that the way that we currently have it, all of the ranked SPS rewards are in one pool, and that pool is being distributed to all the people of Pretoria based on their R share distributions, right? So still the way that it's ranked, anybody in champion or diamond that has a high rating is still pulling more R shares, and they're going to pool more of the SPS than the rest of it. But if you look at the way that it was distributed in the chests specifically, they have SPS pools per league. So this proposal exactly, Jackal, if you want to bring it up, or Demore, if you want to throw him, there we go. So this is the proposal. The proposal is that they are going to pool and chop it up to where like the SPS, instead of all 900,000 SPS being in one pool for modern and one pool for wild, they're going to chop it up between bronze, silver, diamond, and champion. And again, sentiment wise, I understand. I absolutely understand. The issue that I have, I think, is the metrics for this specifically, because when you start to look at it, those of you that maybe watched Sinister's video on this, Tails' video, he mentions, and then I ran the same math, but we're looking at, with these numbers and with the user numbers that we can pull from Commander Chaos's dashboard, we're looking at very low distribution for bronze and silver, and I would say even gold at this point. Like, the player base is very heavy in these areas, right? And there's not a lot of players in these other leagues. So when I did the math, it looked like bronze was going to get like maybe 3 SPS a season. Silver was going to get like 10 SPS a season. And I'm talking like a season. 15 days.
It looks like I've been sleeping on getting my account to champion fast enough.
Right? Gold's going to get, or based on the numbers from the other day, gold was like 100 or so SPS. Diamond was like 1,000. and then champion was going to get like 9K or something like that. That was based on 70 people being in champion, right? So if you guys want, we could actually probably do the math here live, because you could probably take the data from like the average daily data on Commander Chaos's dashboard. And
send that link through.
Oh, yeah, let me I think it was in our thing here. So yeah, Danger sent it.
Yeah, I did see that one.
And it was in the
weekend challenge.
Yep, it was in the weekend challenge. And then if you go to, I would probably say we could use the monthly report data, because this will give us a better average. We were looking at it last night to try to, but right before I went to bed, I was thinking about it. And what the user numbers were doing in the month of August was kind of scaling it in a way that like it was just adding up the users from every day. And so I didn't feel like that was good, because I was looking for unique users. But since doing it every day, we could actually just divide these numbers by 30, and that'll give us an average user base for no, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to. Just bring up the link, the data drives change link.
Data, where was it?
Here, I can, let me put it in here.
Yeah, you send it through that private chat.
Yep.
There we go. Thank you.
So this is the Commander Chaos data. Basically, it's chaoscommander.retool.com. And this is kind of like the public dashboard. So like if you guys are ever curious about these kind, like where these numbers are coming from, it explains it. So if you go monthly report, and then on the drop tab, go through August, right? All right. So we have, yep. So 8.
I'm real bad with my months. I get confused between my numbers of my months. I think the Australian school
I think it's
system
everything's backwards there, properly. Right?
Yes.
12 is January.
Right.
11 is February. 10 is March.
Oh.
Right. Understood.
All right. So what you guys are looking at here is you're looking at the total. Basically, no, actually, we're not looking at the total anymore. So I'm actually very, no, we are. So you guys see how there's 1,428 users in champion, right? And there's 270,000 users in bronze. When you go to the daily reports,
I used to jump into my kangaroo's pouch when to get me to school, and the kangaroos to hop. It was really cool. Like a bus of kangaroos. That's what a group of kangaroos called, because they all hop together and they take the kids to school in the morning.
Nice.
Days. Here, go ahead and go to the daily numbers. Go to the daily and let's look at yesterday. Because I'm generally curious on what people would think about these numbers. Go 8:30.
This is how we figure shit out.
All right. So this was the distribution of prizes from yesterday. Okay. League 4 is champion. League 3 is diamond. League 2 is silver. League 1 is bronze. And League 0 is novice, from my understanding. So, or no, it can't be novice. What's bronze?
So
silver,
champion,
gold, diamond,
gold,
champion. Bronze is 0. So looking at this distribution, I see that champion players got 60,000 SPS yesterday. I see that diamond players got 35,000, gold got 20,000, and bronze got 2,000, silver got 13. right? That looks like
Mhm.
a distribution that would match, the people at the top getting more than the people at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So, taking, a little bit of math there, what's 60K divided by 139? That's my cell phone. Goodness. I don't have a calculator ready.
Oh, what were those numbers? Oh, you got
It's like 60,000 divided by 139. So it's like the average, like based on these numbers, from what I can see,
So
is the average player and champion yesterday got 431 SPS.
right.
That's a lot.
That's nice. I'd like that.
Yeah. So what's 35K divided by 646? So the average diamond player got 54, almost a 10x from that, right?
Yep.
Or
Yep.
10x less, right? Then you got the 20 million divided by the 3,752 players, 5. So another 10x from that. And then you got 13 divided by 30,640. You got 0.5 SPS, which is, I can now validate these numbers because as a silver player, that's about how much SPS I got yesterday.
And you're
It was
talking about
wonderful.
the wins, right? Your winnings, or is this including chests as well?
This is including chess.
Right.
This is including chess. This is everything. So yeah, I don't know. I look at this distribution and like this is already what's happening. Like everything from the rewards, like I don't understand how, looking at these numbers from yesterday, I don't understand how there's too much SPS going to bronze and novice, or bronze and silver. There's literally only yesterday 16 and a half, 16.5K SPS of the total, which looked like 6, 8, 115, 130, 132. So like not even 10% of the total SPS went there. Am I crazy?
Yeah.
I think you're
different
right.
Reasons. Different reasons.
Look, I mean, if we look at these numbers, the champion and diamond league together is not even 1% of our community, right? So that means the balance, which is gold, silver, and bronze, they're not getting much. They're not getting much of a pie.
I mean, they're not getting much right now, right?
They're
And
not.
This is on a per day number, guys. So like this was I think the point that I wanted to make here is like on a per day yesterday, champion players total between chess and ranked play averaged 400 or some SPS, right? And then it basically 10x'd from each one, right? So then going into this new ranked system, or like going into this thing that everybody's voting on, if you do the numbers on that based on these user data numbers, what you'll see is that champion and diamond start getting thousands, not hundreds, and bronze and silver get fractions. Yes, Guana, we do see the comments over here. They're big ones.
We do see the comments. We do respond to the comments, not always quickly, but we do certainly respond to them. You are not being ignored, sir.
So Max voted against, and then Max says, yesterday on stream, Bulldog tried to calculate how much people can earn in Champ on the first day. That will be the race. Yeah, it really will. I don't know exactly how this SPS distribution works. It takes like an average for the last 24 hours, but don't know exactly the formula looks like. Yep. Wow, I'm only getting like half of that in Diamond a day. Yeah.
Well, we
But
calculated.
no, these numbers, I don't think these numbers are just chess. Those numbers from Commander Chaos, there's a footnote on these. It says how this report was made. Every block is loaded into the following API and stored. This allows us to look at every single chest that is claimed. Is this just chest?
I would think chests and battles, because if he's taking the whole chain, right, battles would be included in that, right?
This allows us to look at every chest claimed. Note. Well, I guess even if this is just chest data, then this is exactly the same spread you're going to see, because the chest data is already set up this way. The chests are set up with the same weighted scale on percent and pools. Like in pooling reward chests, they are already pooled out the way that this proposal is going to be. So,
if we take the calculated figure, the 9,000 SPS per season for champion level, right? And you divide that by 14 days, we come to an amount of 642 SPS, which is a little bit more than what you've calculated, but not that much more. It's about 200 SPS more per day. So yeah, they are getting a slightly bigger portion of the pie.
Yeah, so that's I don't know, my big takeaway. I'll look at this and see if this is just chess or if that's, well, I guess real quick, the total rewards is supposed to be what, 900,000 a season.
That's
in
the new proposal. That's the new proposal. Yeah.
Well, it didn't change the pool though, so it's still 1.8 million per season. In that case, and then I can't remember how much the actual rewards for. I can't remember what the pool for the chests were from the original Peak D article.
Where are you guys setting up your decks for this? Are you going Modern Wild, or are you just concentrating on one?
I play both.
Yep.
Just to bounce back and forth depending on my rating.
My intention has always been to play Modern. I'm setting up my deck as a Modern deck. That's what I'm intending to play.
Yeah, I mean, I hope to be playing, like, by Rebellion and everything. I hope to be playing in Champion, but it will be Modern specific. But yeah, I'm looking for the
Yeah, Max Maka, I hear you and I agree. So the lower you are, the less you'll earn. Which, for me, it does drive their goal to get everybody to level up their decks, right? We want people to, or Splinterlands wants people to buy cards, combine them, and move into higher leagues over time. And this does kind of incentivize that. The question is, are we taking too much away from our lower levels, our bronze and silvers?
Yeah. And yeah, so I would say with this data, with the data that we were looking at being only chests and having chests set up in the same way that they're trying to do ranked, like, this is actually a good, like, you can see how that is going to be distributed in the ranked rewards. And that's a killer. Going from champion, like, silver to gold is a 10x, gold to diamonds a 10x, and then diamond to champions a 10x. Like, that's a lot. in my opinion. You know what I mean? That's 1000x going from silver to champion, and I think that's excessive. I think that's very excessive. And
So
there's like, we don't have, when they put these numbers together and they want to incentivize play at the top, like, I guess the most frustrating thing for me is there was no data that came with this, right? We had to go get the data ourselves with whatever tools that we had, right? Trying to figure out what is going to happen if they do this. But like, how many people actually did that? Or did they just go and vote based on, this is like Aggie talked about in the town hall. He's like, yeah, I think there's too much SPS going to these, and this is what I want to do. Bam, first proposal that comes out, everyone's like, yeah, auto click yes. But like, who ran the numbers on this? Like, who saw that, champion is going to get thousands and silver is going to get nothing, almost nothing. Like, in
so
chess yesterday, in silver, less than 1 SPS per day.
yeah,
Less than 1. Not even 5 cents in silver. You know what I'm saying? And then in champion, they're going to get $500 or more. Not a day, but like within a season. Like, this is, I think that's too crazy.
so here's the issue, right? And Ape's comment highlights it very well for me. All right.
I like that one too.
If the higher leagues isn't more rewarding, people will just split up their decks, which is exactly what has been happening. The bots split their decks into 10,000 accounts, and they farm the lower leagues empty. They extract everything, right?
Well, not just bots. We set up a YGG Roosters like guild card account thing, and the guys are like organizing all that, and these guys within the guild, they're growing their own card packs and stuff out of that account. So it's not just bots, but I do see how bots absolutely abuse the crap out of it.
Yeah, and here's Dishonesty's problem. The biggest incentive for me not to combine all my cards is for Diamond and Champ is Splex, right? So rentals. And for me,
Splex.
who is renting those 1 BCX cards? It's the bots, right? So if we can get the bots to move up to gold, to move up to diamond, to move up to champion even possibly, where are they going to be renting? Are they going to be renting 1 BCX cards, or are they going to be renting max level copies?
Yeah. And I totally get that argument and what everybody brings up. For me, I guess it's I don't believe that the farms should be higher than the players. You know what I mean? That's I have a hard time imagining a world where like the majority of the bots are in gold or diamond, because we don't have that many cards. Okay. And then 2, it's still like, in my mind, people are always going to be incentivized to rent. As long as the majority of the player base is bots versus players, there will always be an incentive to rent your cards. Like, and I guess that's really the thing.
It's the best.
Like, I don't think, like, if I don't know, there's a lot of champion players right now. I think if this goes out right now, I don't know if we'll see a change in the amount of people playing at the top at the end of the day, because the majority of the people, I think, with champion level collections don't play. And I don't think they want to.
That the champions of in-game will be the same champions that will be watching the esports?
No. Sorry, ask that one more time.
So, within the game, Splinterlands game, you got Champion League.
Yep.
Will the majority of people who are in the Champion League be the actual champions of like the esport or tournaments and stuff like that, or you could say tournament scene.
I would say early potentially, yeah, early because they've got the most experience playing in those areas. But once people can log the hours into doing stuff without having that, I think we're gonna see a lot of people open up their minds to what the metas are like up there, because right now it's the same couple people up there all the time. Like, they set the meta, and there's really nobody up there challenging them because it's always the same group of people all the time, right? And so I don't know if anybody's really breaking out or playing. I don't really know how they play up in Champion, but let's see. So my only concern is that the new change will push up prices of cards, and that would be by even less possible for new players to acquire assets. Yeah. So we actually ran the numbers yesterday, and it's really interesting. Chaos Legion is pretty cheap, right? Your entry level there, you can get max level Chaos Legion for $4,800, something like that, for a max level Chaos Legion deck. You could also have a max level bronze modern deck, so including Untamed, reward, dice, everything, for the same price tag, just about. I want to say it was like 3,800 or something like that to have a bronze max level modern deck, right? So clearly Chaos Legion is like the best price of entry for anybody. Yeah. So, but it's an interesting concept because there currently isn't a reason to go back and buy the Untamed cards. Like, because the amount of money that you would have to put in for Untamed and dice to be competitive in bronze and silver now doesn't justify any of the rewards, right? Like, if this proposal goes through, there's not going to be any like reason for you to be like playing intensely in silver, right? Except for the tournaments. Like, we will still have tournaments, but that's it.
This is what you had for Chaos Legion: bronze 309, silver 1070, gold 2600, diamond 4700.
So like pushing up, I think in my opinion, pushing up only exists in for Chaos Legion cards. I think the argument that people aren't combining cards is only Chaos Legion. I think Untamed is at a distribution level where people combining Untamed cards, I think people would be very hesitant to do so, just because it's out of print. And so, yeah, I think I don't know. It's an interesting world that we live in right now, but I think there's plenty of incentive to play up in Champion if you can, and
that's it, if you can.
Yeah. There's some players there who actually destroy the competition independent on the cards. I fought Jace in brawls a couple of times. He destroys me, and I didn't feel that his superior cards were necessarily the reason. Good. Ooh. Good. I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing like what Ghost Card tournaments do and how they're able to, because like I think that's what I'm dealing with right now on like the silver leaderboard. Is one, I don't want to be on the silver leaderboard because I'm not playing the leaderboard, but there isn't a place for me. Like, I have a good enough deck that I'm up there, but I don't have anything upgraded for Untamed, so I'm never going to be at the top. I suffer like really bad win rates, and that's why I play in both. I play in Modern and Wild because like when my rating gets too high in one, I just switch over to the other one, so that way I can maintain a good win rate to get rewards. But this is because a lot of these accounts on the leaderboard have a lot of answers. Like, they have a huge collection to pull from, in order to, or like they rent for it, like they rent these giant collections, and it's really difficult to try to compete against somebody that just has more options than you have, right? You don't really know in what specific rule set a niche card is going to be the thing that makes the difference, you know what I mean? Or having a leveled up card from Untamed versus a level 1, like Failed Summoner is like a real big example of that. Like a leveled up Failed Summoner in silver is totally different than a 1BCX one. It's 4 HP versus 8. It's entirely different.
Try a
Entirely
diamond
meta.
level 1. That thing is OP as
Yeah. So like if people have these,
He was
you
gonna
know,
say
cards, they
fridge.
can go in and put together different teams than you could, right? You can put
Sure.
the best you can with what you got, but
Yeah.
so that's, for me, it's like I think there's still a very collection dependent thing, especially in Champion, because how many people up there have all the cards? How many people up there have the best or the max setup that they can, or are pulling from every resource possible?
There
And
are
so
some,
that's,
but they are few and far between. I mean, look at the numbers. There are less than 1% of our community on a daily basis, right?
Yeah.
So they're small. There are not that many.
Yeah.
Found this comment quite interesting. So from Elephantium, UA, which used to play in silver, he's now rented, and he's top 4 in champ. I think many of the better players for each league will get used to champ tourneys very quickly.
Yeah. I think Ue is blazing the way, you know, for this, because like I've been watching his journey as his account's been like running through gold and then diamond, and as he's been running up, and you know he's got an understanding of the game that's really good, and I'm hoping like he's kind of the example of, I believe, just a fundamental understanding of Splinterlands will carry you a very long way in this game as your collection grows. And I think ghost card tournaments are really going to highlight people like him. But I'm curious to see what kind of metrics he's got for these rentals, you know what I mean? Like, could you imagine like how much is he spending on rentals right now? Here, I'm actually going to go Splinter Share. I'm going to go look up Splinter Share.
It would be interesting,
You'll
certainly.
see.
Hey Virus, welcome to our talk show Into the Splinterlands.
Interesting. So he's only pulling one
Is it
chest,
just UA
two chests.
with
Yeah.
no dashes or anything like that? Yep.
So it looks like the last time he played, he had 25 chests in diamond in August 26th. He must be saying screw the ECR. I think he's just going for rating. I think he's just going for the leaderboard, because
So he's playing
looking
leaderboard
at this,
and getting
he's
these.
got when he was playing in diamond, let's see, August 22nd, August 21st he was doing nothing. August then on the 22nd he got 17 chests, 23rd he got 15 chests, 26th. So oh my goodness, there was even 4 days there where 3 days he didn't do anything.
So here's a
Then he jumped on again and did 25 chests on the 26th, and then 1 chest on the 27th, 2 chests on the 29th, 1 chest on the 30th. The man hasn't done anything since the 26th.
Here's why. So UA rented for around 31k DEC the other day, and he played his ECR to 0. So that's why he hasn't done anything for a couple
31k DEC.
So yeah, that's a big. But I mean, how much is he getting on the leaderboard? The champ leaderboard is giving what? Is it 100? Is it 600? It's 200,000. So yeah,
he played his ECR to 0. I mean,
yeah. Look, I mean, in the 5th, he's currently in the 5th position, right? And at 5th position,
I think it's modern. He would be on the modern leaderboard.
He's on the modern leaderboard, yeah. He's sitting at 60,000 DEC in the 5th position, right? So that's a profit even with the 31k spent.
Wait, how much?
So he spent 31K and
Oh
he's
yeah, he's got
earning
60.
60. So he's still
Yeah, but he's got to
sitting in the green.
maintain. He's got to maintain the power to stay up there, right? Or does he just have the power to be up there? And now he just doesn't have to do anything but sit and wait.
I think once you're this close to the end of season, you can just sit and wait. You don't really need to do much, and that will still earn. If you do go below rating, then yes, you will. Or card power, right? If you go below card power, then you will rank or not earn the reward. Not earn the reward. I think they did.
And do we still not know how much SPS they're actually going to get for this? Because this is supposed to be SPS, not DEC.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't think they've implemented that side of it yet. It's a good question, though.
Yeah. So 31K DEC, I mean, it clearly did great. Like, I can't play the game like that. That seems very unsustainable. Plus, it was definitely a grind for him in one day to play it all the way down like that. So...
And Max Maka says he got $23 from a chest, so that already paid for the rental.
Yeah, he did. I'm looking at it. He's got it was 400 in diamond. In diamond, it was 408 SPS he pulled from chess.
So that's pretty decent, man. Wow. Making me think about my approach to this game and whether I should actually totally change it.
Yeah.
It's a daily thought of mine.
Yeah, no, he did good. But yeah, I think, and then even so, his decision to do that, I think, would even be more justified after this proposal goes through. Well, no, yeah. Not really, because he did it in spite of our shares. He didn't do anything.
He's not farming the chest. He's not farming the chest. He's farming.
Not farming the chest. He's farming the rating.
Yeah.
Just to get on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uwe still has Uwe in silver.
Sure. He's alt account. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. If he can rent 3 times in a season, that's 180K DC. You get 60K back from leaderboard. And then there are the rewards. Yeah. Risky because you may not recover. You're not going to get the $23 every time. But if you're number one on the leaderboard, then you get 200K, right? So that's more. That's still green. That's a profit.
Yeah. Yeah, and Uwe is the best player out there, so or he's one of them. So yeah. So yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be an interesting change for me for the first real proposal coming to the DAO. I wanted more data. At the end of the day, I wanted for somebody to put something together really behind the scenes, because I guess that's what I assume they do, right? Like, we assume big math is happening behind the scenes, and when they make these changes to the ecosystem, they're very well thought out and all this stuff. And I look at that proposal and I'm like, that's not thought out. That's just literally a 5% increment from bronze up to champion. It's just all right, we'll go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Does that equal 100%? Yeah. All right, cool. It works then. All right. Yay. Let's send that out to proposals.
I know. I'm soft on them on this one, on this proposal. That's it. You can always ask for more data on most decisions. We're seeing it within our own DAO that there's no particular way that you submit a proposal that makes its way all the way to Snapshot. Yes, Snapshot, anything financial has to go to the bloody Snapshot and stuff. DEC wise SPS. But and
there's no reason they can't adjust these percentages or portions in future, right? If they see this is not working out, hopefully they'll implement a patch or whatever to change those percentages.
Yeah, but like that's what I kind of want to know. Like the way our system works, it goes through straw polls, and it works its way up from conversations. Is there a decent flow from the Splinterlands, the conversations from the grassroots, on its way up to getting in front of our screens here on Splinterlands.com?
Valid question. And, we don't really see behind the scenes. The first time we see it is once it's here and going up for votes. So,
Yeah.
What is that process? Can they make it more transparent so that we can actually perhaps get involved earlier in the process about what is going
Precisely.
to go into the proposal? With Splinterlands being a DAO, I would like to be more involved in that decision-making process,
Or at least be made a bit more aware. Like there's so much talk about Splinterfest and everything at the moment. There's all this hype, but we've just got the first DAO proposal in front of our eyes through the main website that we all are playing this game through. I would have liked a few more alerts and a bit more panic and like, hey, not panic, but excitement to, hey, let's get clicking on this, guys. Get in there, get reading. I've only just been aware to it. I'm stoked that they've given us enough time to sit and digest it and everything. But I don't know.
Yeah. Kind of leaning towards Rogue's perspective here that it's maybe not a good thing for our community. Even though the intention, I do understand their intention behind it, I just think that maybe the numbers aren't really adding up.
Yeah, I would have been more for just an even distribution right out the gate of just like, if they wanted to be lazy, just give it 20% each. Just like, here's 5 leagues, 20% each. This is where we'll start, and then we'll go from there. But to add the reverse pyramid to an already pyramid, so like there was already the pyramid because of users, right? There's less people at the top, and then they put a reverse pyramid of rewards, like saying like all the people at the bottom will get less and the small people at the top will get more, right? Having that drive the incentive, like for me, like I'm looking at chess right now. We looked at chess. Like, thank you for the audience pointing out that it was chess and everything. And like even looking at the daily chest value, that like this graph is amazing. As soon as, like, go ahead, pull that up again. Bring up Commander Chaos's and click on the daily chest one. Look at this graph. Look at what happened when they implemented SPS rewards.
Hello, LB. Welcome to the stream and all the other guys.
It's a big old pump.
Yeah, but it was a big old pump for champions and diamonds. Guess what went down?
What?
Silver.
Well, it looks flat to me, so I wouldn't say down. It's pretty flat, actually.
So, like, I'm looking at this. This right here, this is the distribution that we had. So, like, this is the way that it was. And then in July, they implemented the multipliers, right? I think that's when we got new ranked rewards, was in July. So we got the bump there that you can kind of see. And now there's a little bit more spread. But look at this spread. And then they're saying that, like, this is what they also want for ranked rewards. Like, this is what they want for the just winning a game in Splinterlands. Like, they want this same spread. Holy crap. That's crazy.
Maybe they are aware of some things that we are not aware of. maybe this has driven
Where is silver anyway? It's not. I barely even see that line.
It's there. It's just, the color is just very whitish, so on the white background you don't actually see it. It's
chilling.
just
It's just chilling on the bronze.
God,
Numbers. Like
bro.
there's no difference between bronze and
I
silver
got
right
this
now.
for you.
well,
Look at this.
it is minuscule. I'm not gonna lie. It is small. It is certainly small.
And like, let's be clear. Like a fully leveled up modern silver deck is, I want to say it's like $11,000 between Untamed and Chaos. And so like they're forcing us to, like, with this distribution here, they're saying that basically you're only going to start to see anything worth your while in gold and above, right? Which I thought was silver. When they originally put over the multipliers and everything, they said, look, bronze is going to get 50% of what silver does. Silver will be like the baseline. Gold will get 4x silver, and then like diamond will get 16x silver, and then or something like that. And then champion will get 64x or something crazy like that, right? Like when they created that, they said silver was the baseline. And then now all of a sudden gold's the baseline. And gold is only cost effective for Chaos Legion right now. It's not cost effective for anything else that is modern. Anything else that has been printed, it's not cost effective in Wild. So why do they keep increasing the bar? Like, the incentives are already there. I was already incentivized to go up to champion. But now they're making it even worse, or better. For like people to jump up there. It's absolutely, it's amazing. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
I cannot believe that gold is the new silver. You just have to be in gold. And even for Chaos Legion, that's $1,000. Gold Chaos Legion only is $1,000. So, or 2,000?
That number sounds right, yeah. So Max Mucker has an interesting stat here. I would like to know where he gets it from, though. So he says
the top 500 farms.
Yeah, have been awarded.
It's in the same report. If you go to unique players per league, or maybe leaderboards.
Okay.
Top farm daily leaderboard.
So he's actually tracking those top farms and how much they earn of the reward pool. And that is a very, very large amount of the reward pool. I mean, it's what is that percentage? Can we work that out?
Yeah. So, Jackal, you got it pulled up. I think this one's the. I want to say it's the.
What was that one? Yeah.
Per league, or
divide by 1776195. So that's 63% of the pool, right? That is quite a large percentage that the bots are taking, right? Yeah, and that's an issue. That really is an issue. I don't know how to get around that, honestly.
Well, I mean, I don't know how you do it either.
Well, you get to champion. It's simple. You get to champion.
You get to champion, and then you out-earn them. Yeah, I hear you. That's essentially what it comes down to. Get to champion.
Yeah.
There we go. It's sorted, guys. Just get your diamond level decks going, and everything will be hunky dory.
Oh, that graph, like that's ridiculous. It's a bit like
the thing, though,
I get a finger in a pie, but it's a bit much.
It was calculated that a diamond level deck, modern deck, is going to cost you $4,600, right? And
a diamond level. Oh, that's just chaos.
Yeah,
just
modern
chaos.
Okay, Chaos Legion, not including Untamed or whatever the case may be. So 4,600 divide by how much was it? 9,000 SPS. 9,000 SPS. Sorry, what is 9,000 SPS in dollar value?
That was the 9,000 SPS was on my calculation of like I mean,
multiplied
honestly,
by
you'll probably see something like that because of the
5
averages.
cents. So that's $450. So if you take
10 seasons.
$4,600, divide by $450 per season, right?
10 seasons.
10 seasons. Well, there you go. 10
There you go.
seasons to get a return on your investment. That's
Not financial advice.
That's not a bad turnaround, right? For that investment. Okay. So
Yeah,
from that
but like, I
perspective,
guess here's the big question: is like, are you going to be able to win with Chaos Legion only maxed?
I think yes, because honestly, I think diamond level guys have been spoiled by just playing their infinite Yodens and their infinite llamas and just spamming and spamming and spamming and actually not really learning how to play the game. That's my opinion. I haven't played up there yet, so I don't really know. I'm a gold player.
Llama Kron could still be the meta up there.
I don't think so.
Ape says that. Ape says it doesn't sound correct. What doesn't sound correct, buddy? That 10 seasons you can get a return on your Chaos Legion investment by playing max level champion.
The numbers don't lie, right? So 9,000 SPS per season earned. That's $450. $4,600 for a max level Diamond Chaos Legion deck, divided by that 450.
Yeah, so just in case you guys are curious, that 9,000
10.2.
number is coming from what it's 540,000 SPS per season. So that 9,000 number really comes from like if there's 60 players in champion.
So dividing the
on
total
average.
amount of active players by the pool. Right?
So like right now we're at 130 in champion, but when we started the season we were only at 15. So that's where in our mind, like you could probably average somewhere between 80 or something. Like it'll be really interesting. It'll be really interesting to see like exactly how this all pans out. But like you guys saw the graphs, it's already there in the chests. They're already very heavily rewarded for that, and then we are literally modeling the ranked rewards exactly after this one, and that's a lot. That's a big difference. It's a big difference.
Elephantium says he does have a problem beating Champ, right? So yeah, Champ can be an issue. The Champ, for me, the difference between a Diamond and a Champ level player is really skill. And I suppose, no, I think, you know, Diamond and Champ deck wise, they should be more or less the same, but skill does make a difference there.
So Ape says I'm getting about 25 SPS a day from playing roughly. The chest RNG ultimately is a big factor.
This is the new
25
system.
SPS a day in Diamond?
Not the current system, Ape. We're talking about the new system going live. So, yeah, right now you aren't seeing those numbers. This is with the new proposal going live. That's what it will be like in Champ for 9,000. For Diamond, it is, I think, was it 2,000 or something like 1,000?
I think it was like, I calculated like 1,000 or so. Like Diamond should see a bump from where it's at. So like right now at 25 a day, you're getting 375 a season. And that's playing roughly like you're saying. Diamond will probably average something close to 1,000 based on these, based on the numbers that we were seeing here.
So with 1,000,
if there's no change in the way that we're distributed right now,
with 1,000, we're looking at a much larger weight, you know, for return on investment. You're looking at 50 seasons there, right? So that's a little bit slower. Diamond is not as quick to return your investment as Champion level will be.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll end up seeing. I think Look at that. Every champion chest is averaging. Oh my goodness.
More than what you ever see.
So what is that? Is that a
Diamond
5? That's a 5x from diamond, but a so 2.6,
2.6.
5, and but then what's gold?
Gold is down at 017.
Okay, and
But
silver?
Yeah.
What's silver?
I can't find silver.
Where's silver?
0.06.
0.06. So just over half an SBS.
So it's
Yeah. It's
it's
rough.
a big difference.
It's rough.
You need about
Oh, no, it was
5-digit,
0, 0.
6-digit playing decks to compete in champ. That I believe 100%. And the only way that changes is if like you do dilute it with like a bunch of accounts that really like generally wouldn't win there, but can push the really good accounts higher to make room for crappier accounts to like still chill in champion but not be like right up on the people on the leaderboard, right? You gotta have enough people up there playing to be able to spread it out a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. I would have liked to see more numbers. It's the big thing.
Will this force the bots up to champion to combine all these 1 BCX cards?
And that ultimately is the real question, right? That's their intention behind this, I believe. But whether it's actually going to achieve...
Right?
Well, no, that's not really burning it. Burning it is when you destroy a card for DEC. But in effect, it does, in brackets, it does destroy the card because that extra copy goes away, right? It disappears into the larger copy.
Yeah, I mean theoretically, yeah, it is burned. Like I think burn is the proper use. No, it's not. Yeah, it's just combined. It's combined. So, but for all intents and purposes, yeah, it's gone forever. Like there's no getting it back. So
yeah.
You can't uncombine. You can't take it back. It's like, I made a boo-boo.
I want my originals back.
Get mom.
Right.
But I have to get ready for work.
On that note, I think it's a good time to end it. Thank you, everybody in our community, for joining us, even those members outside of YGG. It was great to have you in the crowd, all your questions and your interaction. Just say goodbye, Mr. Rogue.
See you guys later. We'll see you guys Saturday. Or actually, no, not this Saturday. This Saturday is Labor Day, so I will be gone. But
you got a day?
We'll see you guys around.
Do you have another day?
At me in the Discord. Come talk to me. I love talking Splinterlands all the time. But we love you guys. Thanks for joining.
Jackal, say goodbye.
Bye, guys. Hopefully I see you on Sunday my time or Saturday everyone else in the world's time. Go to the Roosters.
Go to the Roosters.
Nice one. And then from my side, I've got my tournament on Saturday at 5 p.m. Thailand time. That's the Silver Weekend Challenge, Silver League Weekend Challenge. For those of you who have not entered yet, please do so. Or come to our Bronze League tournament on Sunday, my time. Anyway, guys, the more the merrier, and we'll see you next time.
That was sick. I like the more the merrier.
I do too.